Envy, it's a subtle whisper that can turn even the purest heart into a battlefield. But what does envy truly do to the heart? Today, we unravel the untold story of Cain and Abel, where envy didn't just consume a brother, it altered the course of humanity itself. In the beginning, when the earth was young and life was simple, two brothers were born to Adam and Eve, Cain, the firstborn, and Abel, his younger brother. Their lives seemed intertwined, but beneath the surface, a silent storm was brewing. Eve, the mother of all the living, brought forth her first son, Cain, with a sense of wonder, saying, "With the help of the Lord I have brought forth a man." Cain grew strong and became a man of the earth, working the soil, tending to the crops. In time, Abel was born, a shepherd who cared for his flock with gentle hands and a humble heart. But as they grew, so did the distance between them. Cain, driven by the sweat of his brow, and Abel, guided by the simplicity of his flock, sought to honor the Lord in their own ways. Cain brought forth an offering from the fruits of the earth, while Abel offered the firstborn of his flock, their fat portions burning with a pleasing aroma. The Lord looked with favor upon Abel and his offering, but Cain's was left in the silence. Envy, like a serpent, coiled itself around Cain's heart, tightening with every beat. What was it about Abel that made him more worthy? Why was his offering accepted while Cain's was not? As the seeds of envy took root, Cain's heart became a battleground. The Lord, seeing the turmoil within him, reached out, saying, "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." But Cain was beyond reason. Envy had twisted his thoughts, turning his brother's presence into a constant reminder of his own perceived inadequacy. He called Abel to the field, and in a moment of blind rage, he struck down his own brother. The ground, once a source of life, now drank Abel's blood. Blood spilled by the hand of envy. In that moment, the full weight of his actions crashed down upon Cain. The Lord's voice echoed through the emptiness. "Where is your brother Abel?" But Cain, his heart now cold and hardened, replied, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" But there was no escaping the consequences. The Lord's judgment was swift. "What have you done? Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Now you are cursed, driven from the earth, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand." And so Cain became a restless wanderer, marked for protection, yet forever haunted by the echoes of his envy. This is what envy does to the heart. It consumes, corrupts, and leaves scars that cannot easily heal. Cain's descendants would build cities and forge tools, but the shadow of his deed would linger, a dark reminder of the power of unchecked envy. Yet even in the face of such tragedy, hope endured. Adam and Eve were blessed with another son, Seth, for they said, "God has granted us another child in place of Abel, since Cain killed him." Through Seth, a new lineage began, and once more, people called on the name of the Lord. So what does envy do to the heart? It distorts our vision, turning love into hatred and joy into despair. But even in our darkest moments, there's a chance to turn back, to seek forgiveness, and to heal. The story of Cain and Abel is a reminder. Envy is a poison, but the antidote lies in choosing love over bitterness and grace over vengeance. Subscribe for more stories that reveal the deeper truths of the human heart. Like, share, and let's explore these lessons together.